Hi guys, welcome to the Devops bucket. So in this video, I'm going to explain you a Kubernetes concept called secrets. Video we have seen about ConfigMap. Now we are coming to the secrets. As you understand the ConfigMap already, that means which you have frequently changes your environmental variables or environmental file. So instead of adding in your deployment configuration, you can just decouple them and keep it and reference that particular path or particular file or particular config name and the key name inside your deployable resource, right? It can be config, it can be deployment pod or anything. In the same way, instead of now we are seeing about the non-confidential environmental variables, now we have very interest in storing the environmental variables that are secret. Okay, that are secrets, that means that are confidential data. Let's say db password or maybe api token. So that is also will be stored as an environmental variable whenever you deploy your application, right? So if you add them in your deployment.yaml file or pod.yaml file, then everyone can see that, right? That's why for that use case it came into existence. You will create a separate resource called secrets. It is to do for confidential data, right? We don't see them once created. So this is what we want. How this will work? Okay, there are different type of secrets. Okay, different type of secrets depends on your use case. Okay, for example, there are one type of secret but everyone uses is opaque secret, which will be convert your string like password string or any of your secret string into base64 encoding format. Okay, base64 encoding format. Okay, and you need to store them into secrets. Okay, that is opaque. And another type that you already might get familiar with is docker credentials. Let's say you want to pull your image inside your pod from a private repository, right? If you give like that in the hard-coded format as a environment variables, that will also work, but it will openly seen by everyone, whoever using that repo or whoever sees that repo, right? Because these Kubernetes manifest file we will store as a version control system in a version control system, right? So in that case, we will create a secrets type as a docker credentials, and it will have the fixed data as username and token or password of kit of docker hub. You can give that. Okay, in the same way you can do for anything you want. Okay, there are different type of secrets that I will show you once we will start the practical session. Here these are different types. So basically we will find one environmental secret that we want to inject, and this environmental secret will be converted into base64 encoding, and this base64 encoding gives you some random string out of your actual environmental secret. We will then create a secret object in Kubernetes. And in the same way, once the object is created, in the same way how we are referencing the config map in your deployable resources, here also we need to give this reference in your deployable resource. Like how in the same pattern that we have seen in the config map, instead of from config map value from config map, here we are giving as value from secrets, and we will need to give the secret name, secret key. Okay, then it will automatically take that secret and decode, because we have already encoded into base64, and here it will decode into base64 from the base64 encoding, and it will convert into raw string and inject as an environmental variable. Okay, and have also a feasibility to add file. Okay, file also, because in the previous video I explained that ssh key, private public key, it is fine to use as a config map, but for a private key we need to use as a secret. Also for the ssl certificate keys, okay, we will go with the secrets only. In that case we can also create a secret as a file also instead of environmental variable as a key value pair, in the same way how we did config map. Okay, but we need to convert into base64 encoding if you are using opaque type. I will show you in the practical session. And next, once you created this environmental variable, you need reference this secret object in the same way we did for config map. In the same way of the config map, we can mount that particular file of secret that we have created. Instead of environmental variable, we can also mount that particular volume at particular path inside the container. For that, you know already, right? So we will create two things. One is volumes, which we will mention about secret name and the key name. Okay, and in the volume mounts, which we will use at the container section. Okay, in the volume mounts we will take this particular volume that has been created here. Along with it, we will also mention the container path where this volume should be mounted. Okay, so that's it for the secrets. This is the same straightforward way of config map. Only difference is this is a confidential information that you want to hide from everyone, so that you are keeping in a different resource called secrets. Once to do this, you will need to convert into base 64 encoding and use it when you are using opaque type. Otherwise, there are different type of secrets that it can automatically do for you based on the type you chosen. Okay, this is what the secret is. Let's go into the practical session, how we will create this particular secret and how to use that in a particular pod or a deployment. I want to show you the type of secrets from the official document. Let's go ahead and see that. Okay, so if you see, this is the official document of Kubernetes secrets. You can just have a look once, but okay. And as I am saying, there are different type of secrets that are available, right? So these are all different type of secrets. One is opaque, that everyone will use and most be used one, because this is straightforward and easy. I will show you how to do this. And second one is service account token, and next is docker config JSON, basic auth, ssh auth, TLS, and token, bootstrap token. So these kind of data like secrets are available. So opaque meaning when you want to have, you have a username and password, you want to convert them into a base 64 encoding, then you can go with opaque. If you have a service account token explicitly created and if you want to mount that across your pod or your resources, then you can go ahead with this service account token. If you have a docker configuration file to share for the docker pools and authentication, etc., you can go with these two options. And next one is basic auth. Basic auth, you know, like it like https password, like username and password. You can basically give them username and password, but you can also use opaque instead of all of these as well. As I said, you can mount that file or you can use it as secrets as a env, how we use the config map, right? So opaque secret is basically to create our secret, our value, key values in the form of base 64 encoding. For that you require a module called base 64. So base 64 is a default encryption, encoding and decoding kind of package, which is format itself called a base 64. Okay, you can also create using your CLI. In ConfigMap also you can create using CLI, but we usually suggest to create using the reference files, the YAML files, and keep it in version control, right? So to create secrets using CLI, use kubectl secret -fn help, but before that you need to mention which type you want to use. There are different types, as I said, right? So opaque will comes under type called generic. Okay, so this is the help command of secrets. So you can see what are available. You can also scroll up to get the example directly. If you can copy this and use, if you want to pass it from a file or like mounting, right? And if you want to create using direct env variables, you can use -fn from -fn literal. Okay, in the same way you can also see for config map. Okay, now I want you to learn from the YAML file, so I am sharing you through the YAML file. So first, to create YAML file, I am using opaque first of all, and second one I am using a secret called password, and the password is admin. Let's say admin. Okay, a capital admin. Okay, if I open a secret.yaml file. Okay, let me take the reference of this YAML file. Okay, so you can find similar as config map, but just difference is kind is secret instead of config map. But what data you want to add? I want to add a password, so the key value is password only. Okay, but the what about the value? If we use config map, you can directly write, but in the secret we have to hide, right? So let me save this file and let me show you how we can convert that into encoded format. For that you can just type echo -n. What is my password? Admin, right? Admin, and pipe symbol, pass this output. So why you are using echo? You are just echoing. And now type base 64. Okay, base 64, which by default will encode your value and display something. Okay, see, this is my encoded value. Okay, of what? Of admin. Okay, I open secret.yaml file, and in the place of password, okay, in the key, in the value, you can type QWRTAW4 to see this encoding into like how it is decoding. Right, you can just do the same echo -n. Instead of admin, now pass our encoded format, but instead of just base 64, use -d for decoding. See, admin is coming, right? So this is how we have encoded the content. Okay, right. So now let me open the secrets.ml file again. See, it's a straightforward. Name is my secret, data is password, password is my encoded format. By default it will use Opaque only, no need to specify Opaque if you are using Opaque. Okay, kubectl apply -f secret.ml file. Okay, now secret has been applied. So if you see kubectl get secrets, okay, type is Opaque and my secret data is 1, right? How you can use this in your pod? Okay, so this is the secret pod that I'm using. Okay, you can just see what I'm using here. You can just show focus here. So this is env, as as we have used it as the config map. In the same way we will use secret keyref instead of config map keyref. You can use secret keyref, and the name is our secret and the key is the password that we have used. Okay, if we create this pod, it will just show the secret in your env. If you can also mount this particular secret over this by using a volumes that how we have used in the config map. You can try that out. Let me apply this. You will apply fnf secret.ml file. Okay, secret is I have already created, right? So let's create pod. So if I create the pod is created. So if you see the pod kubectl get pod, and if you see that is running fine, let me go inside the pod using kubectl exec-it and secret env pod -hyphen bash. Okay, I'm inside the pod. Now let's type env. If you see, you should get the password here. See, password, like how it is showing as admin again, because that's the thing that Kubernetes do. You need to encrypt that, encode that in any of the format that you can do. Currently we have did in base 64, that is the basic one that we do, and you kept that value in the version control so that no one will understand which encoding it can be. And Kubernetes, what it will do in the runtime, when you reference it that env in your pod, it will take that and it will decode it and it will use it in your application whenever it is needed. Okay, so this is how it works. In the same way, you can also do the volume mounting, like how exactly we did in the config map. If you haven't watched it, just watch it and correlate them because it's similar. Okay, I hope you understand the concept of secrets, why we are using and how we are using. Yes, if you learn something, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. And if you have any questions, please put the comment below, and also suggest me if any topic that you want me to explain to you. Yeah, thank you.